you're eating, should be after eating better, right? How are you doing today?
Good. Super good. Awesome.
Rất là tuyệt vời, thật là rất một tuyệt hôm nay. Các anh chị có biết hôm nay ngày nào ngày 31 tháng 8 là một trong những ngày mà tháng 8 là nhiều những niềm vui đúng không ạ? Và hôm nay cũng là một cái niềm vui lớn nhất trong một tháng đây, và may mắn cho đội nhóm của chúng ta trong tháng 8 này thì được chào đón hai lãnh đạo lớn tầm cỡ của Đông Nam Á. Anh chị này thì đã rất là thành công ở bên Đông, nhưng mà với cái New Skin thì anh chị đã nắm bắt cái cơ hội này và trong vòng 8 tháng và anh chị đã trở thành Blue Diamond. Theo mình biết là có 8 tháng thôi, và sau đó thì 3 năm sẽ trở thành Team Elite, và năm 2012 thì theo mình được biết thì anh chị trở thành MDC, tức là câu lạc bộ triệu phú. Nhưng tuy nhiên từ năm 2012 ấy, thì đến cho bây giờ thì vào câu lạc bộ 5 triệu ngay. Không những thế mà dưới hệ thống của anh chị là có 10 người thành MDC, có 10 người trở thành người câu lạc bộ triệu phú, và rất tuyệt vời. Mà mình đã nghe tới danh của Ronny và Lanny từ rất là lâu qua các leader của đội nhóm clip, và hôm nay cũng có dịp để về đây để giúp cho đội nhóm của chúng ta. Thực sự đây là một niềm vinh hạnh rất là lớn, bởi vì hai người này có cái tấm lòng rất là lớn và luôn luôn cho đi và luôn luôn cống hiến để cho đi tất cả mọi người. Thì hôm nay thì mình muốn tất cả các anh chị hôm nay ấy, mình đến đây với một tâm thái là mình học này, sổ sách mình ghi chép này, đúng không ạ? Rồi mình phải cho ra cái năng lượng thật là tuyệt đối, bởi vì những người ở trên đây họ đã bỏ những cái tình cảm của mình ra để dành cho mọi người, thì mình cũng sẵn sàng như thế. Anh em có sẵn sàng không ạ?
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, yes, yes.
Vâng, xin good night to invite the Ronny and Lanny to here, please. Yeah.
Alright, I have no idea what he said about me, but it must be good. Can you give our leader MC a hand? Okay, thank you. Please have a seat and please continue with your eating. Thank you so much for the introduction. I have no idea what you say, but it must be good. I hope you say all of the good, none of the bad about me.
Yes.
All of the bad, none of the good? All of the good, none of the bad. All right. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You always feel morning excited?
Yes.
In Indonesia, we always say good morning. It doesn't matter how late, because it always feels like morning. Okay. So thank you so much for coming here and having us and inviting. And thank you for the leadership. Actually, you have to excuse Ronny and I. We are not properly dressed for business. So the story was, we were in San Diego for 5 days for a training. We attended some training seminar. So in the training, it's casual and we just, with our jeans and shorts, and San Diego is the beach. So we were right in the resort, and we were not planning to do any new skin. And then we let Ann know that actually we have a spare one day and we only have one meeting, and then the rest of the day we can either be in San Diego or in Los Angeles. And Ann said, "You got time? Your time is mine. Stay put, I'll take care of everything." So short story, within a few hours everything was set. We canceled our flight, we canceled our hotel. Like, don't worry, just let that go. And so Ann, your leader, arranged everything, and thank you so much for picking us up today. Thank you so much. We were picked up. They drove 2 hours to pick us up from the airport, from the hotel. And then, short story, we are here. So this is not planned. And so thank you so much for having us here. So we were asked to share our story and a little bit about journey and how we started in New Skin. But before we share our story, we got the whole night to share about our story. Can I ask questions about you guys?
Yes.
So you all already joined New Skin?
Yes.
Okay, so who here joined New Skin under 1 month? Under 1 month. 1 month was new. Wow, can you give these people a hand? They are brand new. Who here in the business about 6 months? Less than 6 months? Less than 6 months. Wow. Can you give these people a hand? 6 months, okay. Anybody between 6 months to 1 year in the business? 6 months to 1 year. Okay, quite a lot. Okay, who's above 1 year? In the business more than 1 year? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 people above 1 year. Can you give these leaders a hand? Because, you know, these leaders are the ones who help you so that any meeting, any schedule, any training happens because of these leaders that serve you. All right, so let me share my story. Can I sit down? Yeah, so just relax, eat if you have to eat, and we're just gonna talk and have a conversation. Okay, so let me share a little bit about my story. I was born in Jakarta, Indonesia, but my family migrated to New Zealand. I lived 14 years in New Zealand. And so my background was accountant. I used to work for PricewaterhouseCoopers. Anybody an accountant here? Nobody? Accountant? One. I have one accounting friends. So my background was accounting. I graduated and I worked for a company called PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and that was my dream job. After about 5 years of work, anybody here still working? Working on a job? Who here love their job? Anybody love your job? Okay. Who's willing to work? If you love your job so much, you're willing to work and not getting paid. Nobody. Okay. Then you don't really love your job that much. Okay, but I was under the category of I really love my job. I was very good in what I do, and I was very, very loyal to my work. But after about 5 years of working, I realized 2 things, my friends. First, that doesn't matter how much I love my job, it turned out my boss doesn't quite love me the same way. Correct? The bigger the company that you work for, the more you are replaceable. There's always somebody younger than you, who's willing to work harder than you, who's willing to get paid less than you, who's happy to take your job if you leave the company. If you work for a big corporation, you are just another number. Nobody is irreplaceable. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
So it was like painful because I love my job, I love my company, but the reality is I'm only valuable when I'm there. When you're not there, that's it. But number 2 is more painful. I realized after 5 years of work that I only get paid when I work. I work, I get paid. I don't work, I don't get paid. Agree?
Yes.
It's like, because I was pregnant with my first daughter at the time. And so for the first time, I was in transition. I was thinking, what am I going to do after this? Do I stay at home, become a mom, and I don't have a work, I don't have an income? Or I continue with my work and leave my kids in the daycare, but I would have no time with my kids. So for the first time in my life, I was looking for a better alternative. Like, what am I going to do after this? You know, what else can I do that I can make money, but I can be around my kids? Because I think prior to that time, I never even thought about it. I love my job, I'm just working. Have you heard of the term DINK? Double income, no kids. Who here is still a young couple? Anybody young couple with no kids? Yeah? What? That's the best time for me, financially at the time, because first you graduate, you work, you make your money, and then you get married and you have 2 people, double income, no kids. Oh, you make money, you enjoy life, right? I can do anything. And then 1 kid comes. And then I see, 1 kid comes, and then that's when the dilemma comes. And then more kids coming. And then more kids coming. Expenses go up, income goes down. Correct?
Yes.
And so I think that's a dilemma. So we were double income, no kids, happy, and then what am I going to do after I have kids? And that's when new skin came into my life. So at that time, I never even wear skirt. I don't care about makeup. I have acne on my skin. So much acne that you couldn't see my skin underneath it. It's not that you cannot see my acne. You cannot see the skin. It was really, really bad. But I never care about my skin. So when a friend said, hey, use new skin, I said, okay, I'll try the products. I used the products 2 weeks. my skin got better. I was like, wow, this product is really good. And so I learned about the business. Now, I work for an accounting firm called PricewaterhouseCoopers. And PricewaterhouseCoopers is the auditor of Nu Skin. So when I found out Nu Skin is being audited by Nu Skin, guess what I did? I went back to the company, internal files, and I began to investigate the company. I began to search who is Nu Skin, what is multi-level marketing, what do they do, you know, I began to learn the business from the inside, okay? And then there was an opportunity for me to attend the global convention in the US at the time. I was only a few months old, but I decided to fly to US, to Utah, to see the company, meet with the founders, meet with the scientists, meet with the leaders, and I fell in love with Nu Skin. Who's been to the office, to the corporate office? Who have not been to the Provo office? Okay, if you have not, I would recommend one of the first things that you have to do, schedule it, plan it. I know it's a challenge with time and money, right? But if you are serious about Nu Skin, you gotta find, because you're so close. I'm from New Zealand. You know, I had to fly to Indonesia, drop my baby with my family, so that I could go to US, which is such a long way. You know, it's 20 hours to get here. It's a long way from Indonesia, so that I could see the company. But that one thing, I have a belief that, wow, Nu Skin is better than I thought. So I have a belief about the company and where we're going, okay? And so, but short story, I love Nu Skin, but it was not easy for me. When I met Nu Skin, I was 25 years old. I was just a young accountant with no business experience. I never have upline because my upline quit, my upline quit, my upline quit, my upline quit. My 5th level upline is a blue diamond at the time, team elite. But they were so far away. So when I start in New Zealand, they are opening a market overseas. When they come back to New Zealand, I am back in Indonesia. So when I start the business in Indonesia, my upline retire. So I never have an upline because everybody above me quit. And my big leader is a team lead, is so far away. We never in the same country. So I did not have any experience in business. I'm an accountant for a reason because I am not very good with people. I do not like to talk to people. I do not know how to sell. Who here love to sell? Who here hate to sell? I'm one of those, like, oh my God, I can do anything but sales. Like, I can learn anything. I can learn anything. IT, legal, you know, I don't like them all, but I can learn, just not sales, okay? And like, that's me, you know, I do anything. And then, but something about Nu Skin really interests me. This is bigger than I thought. And I learned, the more I learn about the company, the more I learn about the product, the more I learn about the system, the more I learn about the people. And I began to fall in love with Nu Skin. And I built my trust. And so an opportunity came when they opened the market in Indonesia. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that around the same time, I'm so blessed that I'm married and a very entrepreneurial husband, Ronny. He's still at the back there. He knows that his wife, who here is doing the business as a couple? Anybody doing the business as a couple? Okay, if you're doing the business as a couple, you have to know this one fundamental rules. Women need 25,000 words in a day. Okay, men don't. So it's good for women to do this business. So he let me talk first so I can finish my words. So when I go home tonight, I don't talk so much to him. You know, like blah, 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 blah. So he let me talk first. After I finish my words, he will come in and he will summarize it. Okay, so I'm glad I married such an entrepreneurial husband because he's the one who's encouraged me. We have to do business. We have to do business. You know, you cannot, yes, we work as a professional right now. Yes, we have a job right now. But this is only temporary. He knew that I only want to work so I can save enough money so I can start my own business because I do not want to work forever. That, you know, it's okay to be working, but I know this is not my permanent place. because I want to build a future. So work full-time in your job, but work part-time in building your business. So he knew he wanted to do business. So around the same time that I was pregnant and I joined New Skin, it was the same time that he started his own business. So we worked for 5 years. We have enough saving. We invested into a business, conventional business. It was a water distribution company, okay? And we invested like, I think $100,000 of our hard-earned money. Because when you're an employee, what do? Saving, 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 saving. Start a business. Within 9 months, the money's gone. We had some business partners. The business partners ran away. And then we have $7 million of debt that we have to carry from the failed business. So it was not an easy time for us. It was not so much that the business failed. I think we failed as a business owner, because I think people don't realize, because our background is professional. We never do business before that, right? That you think it's hard to start a business. It's even harder to close a business. Yeah. Who here own their own business? Anybody here own their own business? Okay, got business owners. Anybody? Yeah. So, but majority of you are employees, right? You have a job, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we come from an employee background. Our professional work, study, never prepare us to be an entrepreneur, right? Our academic background, whatever it is your background, prepare us to be an employee. I learned to be an accountant so that I can work as an accountant. He learned as an IT, Ronnie's background in accounting and IT, so he can become an IT consultant, right? But nobody prepared us how to be a business owner. And so that's why I think we failed in our first business, because we failed to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so short story, after that business closed down, we sell everything in New Zealand, and we decided to come home in Indonesia. So this is where the opportunity came for me in Indonesia, because my upline said, hey, you know New Skin. You know the product, you know the company, you know this is such a good opportunity, and we're going to open the business in Indonesia. Yeah, do you want to try New Skin? I said, yeah, I'll do New Skin. So, and that's when the opportunity came. August 2005, New Skin Indonesia opens. And I think 8 months later, I became a Blue Diamond in Indonesia. And so, and then after I became Blue Diamond, I retired. Please, this part, don't follow me, okay? Because I did not have a business background. I did not have a sales background. I did not understand network marketing. This is my first company, and this is my last company. Because I think for me and Ronnie, we were not looking for a network marketing opportunity. How many of you have tried network marketing before New Skin? Anybody? Anybody else? Okay. Only a few, right? But so we were not looking for network marketing. We were looking for business opportunity. We were looking for a way that we could make money and have time freedom at the same time, right? Do you agree with me that why we are New Skin? Because we want, who wants to have time freedom and financial freedom in New Skin? Yeah? That's why we're here, right? That's why we're willing to work in the extra hours and learning and growing and getting outside of the comfort zone, because we want, there's something more valuable than just having a job or having money. And so that's what we want. We want to have financial freedom. And so, okay, so short story. After Blue Diamond, we were making like maybe $5,000 a month. And then after that, I went back to New Zealand to give birth to my second child. I did not do anything for 6 months. Just enjoy my life with my daughter, enjoying time there. And every single month, we only did the business for the first, 2005, 2006, 2007. We did not do anything for 6 months. And every single month, without fail, New Skin paid our commission on time, every month. So that's the first time I understand, wow, this is leverage, right? Because before, I was working as a professional in a big corporate job. I was making good money, But the moment I stopped working, stop paycheck, right? Because I was taking a maternity leave for 1 year. And what a difference that I only worked hard for 2 years. And then New Skin is able to pay me, you know, thousands of dollars, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month with the business. Something that we did 2 years ago still continue to pay us. So after that second child, I said to Ronnie, I said, at that time, I only did the business myself. Ronnie is not in the picture yet. He support me. He allowed me to do the business. He always think of New Skin and me as an insurance. I think I share in the car. He said, you know, every time I said, I want to quit. I don't like this business. It's so hard. Who thinks this business is hard? It's hard. Oh, this business is so hard. Every time I cry, I say, I want to quit. Ronnie said, no, don't quit. You are my insurance. New Skin is a good business. Just in case something wrong with my business, because in conventional business is not easy. You know, whoever thought of considering doing your own business, conventional business? Yeah, if you're in that. So first you need a good idea. What business do I want to do? And then you think, how much money do I need to invest? And then you need to have people, employees, and you know, and leases and all that. And then you have to work hard. Do you have to work hard anyway? And then you might fail or you might succeed. Right? If you fail, like we did in our first business, conventional business, it cost us thousands and tens and thousands and millions of dollars. That's what I shared earlier with some leaders, that in New Skin business, even if you make mistake and you fail, you're not gonna lose millions of dollars. You don't have to mortgage your house. You don't have to sell your investment and your retirement plans because you make a mistake in New Skin. Does it really make sense? What's the worst thing that can happen in New Skin? I prospect people, it did not go well, they don't want to join me. Oh, I screw up. Let me try again. Let me try again. Let me try again. But in conventional business, we make one mistake. It costs us millions of dollars. So when we understand that, we appreciate New Skin so much. So much. And so that's when I decided, after I gave birth to my second child, 2008, was actually, I was very committed. I was very serious in the business. And I said to my husband, I think New Skin is a good business. I want to be serious, more serious and more committed. I'm ready. And that's when I went from Diamond, you know, I dropped back to Diamond and I became the first team lead in Indonesia in 2009. Okay, so now, so short story, I did not say this to impress you and to think that success comes easy, because it's not. I can tell you the good story, or I can tell you the reality, right? The good story, now that you hear somebody, oh, 12 years, I've been 12 years in the business, it feels so easy. Oh, 8 months become Blue Diamond, 3 years become team lead. You know, we make our first $1 million in 7 years. And then this year, we just make $5 million. It seems easy. It sounds easy after you go through it. But I can tell you the truth, that it's not easy. It's never easy. But then every time I think New Skin is not easy, it's because we were just not experienced enough in the business. You know? And I keep thinking, I'm not gonna, you know, it doesn't matter what you do, New Skin or not New Skin, you have to work hard anyway, right?
Yes.
Do you work hard in your job?
Yes.
Do you work hard in your business?
Yes.
If we're going to work hard anyway in what we do for the next 5 years, why not work hard in New Skin? Because at least with New Skin, we are building our assets and we're building our passive income. Passive income doesn't come easy, my friend. But we keep saying it's worth it. It's worth it. I can share with you story after stories. If you can change shoes to Ronnie and our position today and the life that we have today, you know, you would do anything to do what we did to get what you know what I mean? You don't look at somebody's success now and say, oh, that's a life, that's a dream life. But you look at what we did and the sacrifice and how much it was not easy. It did not come easy for us. There's a price to pay. But is it worth it? Absolutely. Because this is what I tell myself. It's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy anyway in life. If I do continue my work, or if we do conventional business, or if I do new skin. Doesn't matter what we choose in life, I'm going to work hard, and we are going to work hard anyway, right? But we work hard in a different vehicle. It's going to make a different result. So, we always say new skin is a vehicle. You know, what is your vehicle in life? If you are riding a bicycle, doesn't matter how much you work hard, but you're riding your bicycle, it's going to take you forever if you get to where you want to go. If you're riding a motorcycle, you might get there faster, but it's still so far away. If you're riding a Ferrari, it's a fast car, it's the best vehicle in the world. You know, that's where new skin is the Ferrari, my friends. It's going to get you where you want to go so fast. But first, you have to know where you are going with this Ferrari. Because new skin is the best vehicle in the world, but if you don't know where you are going, there's no point. Because you'll just be driving Ferrari from here, around, you'll come back to this place again. If you don't know where you're going with this car. And number two, once you know where you're going, you have to learn to be a better driver. Because like I said, our education system did not prepare us to be a business owner and a professional network marketers. Okay? So I would say that people who are, there's a saying in Indonesia, orang bisa karena biasa. People can do it because you are used to it. Right? Who here is very good in cooking? Okay. Who here is good in cooking? Okay. Like, you are good in cooking. How many years have you cooked?
About 15 years.
15 years of cooking. That's why you're good in cooking, right? On your first day or first year of cooking, were you good? No. Yeah. So why do we expect new skin differently? Right? I'm good in new skin because I've been doing this for 12 years. The only difference between Ronnie and I, and every one of you, especially you just 1 month in the business, 6 months in the business, if you feel it's hard, because you're only a few months in the business, or a few years in the business, even 1 year in the business. But if you keep doing what you're doing for 10 years, for 12 years, and you're still not good, then something is wrong. Right? So, orang bisa karena biasa, you can do it because you are used to it. New skin is a new game, new area, and you just learn how to do it and learn how to do this business professionally. Then you'll get paid professionally. Yeah. So that's our story. So I'm gonna invite Ronnie to come here and share his story, his side of the story. You always hear hers and his side of the story. He might have a different story. Can you give him a hand? So I always say that I start the business first, but when Ronnie joined me in 2009, he is the real leader in the business. He's the one that helped us build the system and provide the leadership and the vision of where we are going. I always say that, you know, if it's just up to me or just up to the ladies, then after we make $5,000 and $10,000, I will stay at home and have more kids and more kids and more kids. But thank goodness for the man and for the leadership, because, you know, he was able to give the leadership and the big vision and the big picture. Because if you really understand the value of new skin business, not only change your life, but this is the opportunity to change other people's lives around you. By the time we are successful, you already helped so many people become successful as well. So please give him a hand and hear his side of the story.
Okay, thank you for having us here. My side of the story. You might be surprised that Lanny and I did not have the fastest success story that you may have heard from some of the leaders from the US or from other part of the world. Actually, we are one of the slowest. Why? If I was to think back, why were we so slow? It's because we just didn't know what we were doing. As Lanny mentioned, we did not have our upline there with us. So if you have your upline here with you, providing you with guidelines and things to do, action, point, planning, strategy, then you should be able to do it faster.
And please love your upline. You're only gonna have one upline, and one upline 6 levels up. Okay, your upline can have many downlines, but you only have one parents all the way up. So if your uplines are here, anywhere, wherever they are, please love them. You don't know how much they will mean to you in the business.
Yeah. If I can share a few of my mistakes in the past, I hope you can learn from my mistake rather than learning from my success, because you can take it from either way. But I believe that these mistakes that I did in the past, if you can try to avoid that will make you reach your goal faster. One of the mistakes that I made in the past was I expect that success comes just because I am in New Skin. What I'm trying to say is that just because I'm in New Skin, because New Skin is the best company with the best products and with the best marketing plan, and then I expect myself to be successful. But then again, I realized that if other people were successful in New Skin, then we know that the company is the same, the product is the same, we are working under the same marketing plan. But if other people are successful and I wasn't successful yet, the difference is me. I am the only variable which is different. Meaning that I need to grow. And a lot of people think that you will get that $10,000 per month. You will get that $20,000, $30,000 per month without growing. That's the first mistake that I made. I thought that without reading books, I thought without growing up, I thought without growing in leadership, I thought without growing in my skill when I talk to people, I thought without being able to emotionally becoming more mature, I thought I can be successful. But the reality is you won't be successful unless you grow. I share with some of the leaders here, say if I was to ask you to jump from there, run all the way here and jump on this chair, would you be able to do it? Most of you may not be able to do it. Why? Because you haven't trained yourself to be able to jump on the chair. But if I give you 3 months to exercise, to train every day, would you be able to do it? Yes, if you train. The same thing with New Skin. You will have the same problems that your upline leaders had most of the time. You will meet the same kind of problems that we used to meet. But the only thing is, did you train yourself so that you can overcome the problem? Now, but when I say training, does it get very cold here in LA sometimes? Not too cold. Not too cold. Have you been to places where it snows a lot and it just gets very cold? Have you been to
Utah?
Yeah. Okay. If you live in those places where it snows most of the time, can you avoid the snow? Can you avoid the coldness? Can you avoid all that? You can't. You cannot. But you can be prepared. If it rains and if you know it's going to rain, you cannot avoid being in the rain, but you can be prepared. So in life and in New Skin, knowing that you will get rejected, you will get rejection, you'll get people who say yes to you and then they will quit. You'll get people who say, okay, they're doing it very hard and then they suddenly move to other MLM company. There's no way that you can avoid all that, but you can get yourself prepared. Meaning that you can also prepare your downline in terms of getting all of those things which is, you know that might happen. Now, without a proper preparation, things becomes very hard. Seriously. Meaning that if you, without proper training, if you think that you're going to be successful just like that, well, you might get lucky. But then again, if it's only you who are lucky, then the business is not going to work for you because the business requires duplication to be successful. So you cannot rely on luck. And the second mistake that I made last time was I thought that by doing my frontline prospecting, then I will be successful. But apparently I found out that the people that I prospect for my frontline not necessarily is going to be my blue diamond. And a lot of the time, I got to prospect this one person who will introduce me to the next person, and to the next person, and to the next person, and to the next person, sometimes until 6th level deep. But then again, when I go through that depth, that gives me, what, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 per month because I found them in the depth. And sometimes the mistake that I make is that if I met this person, I thought, I don't think she's going to be able, you know, she doesn't have the money, she doesn't have the look, she doesn't seem to have the brain, she doesn't have to, you know that you got to admit you judge people most of the time. Don't you agree?
Yes.
And that's the mistake that I made. The thing is, it's not whether that she's going to do it or not. It's not whether she's got the brain or not. The question is whom that she can bring me to. If she is going to bring me to the next person, and the next person is going to bring me to the next person, and the next person is going to bring me to the next person, that's what the business is all about. Your job is to do what you need to do, not to judge people. Because when you judge people, you just stop there. Your business doesn't grow because it's just human tendency to judge people. But if I can say that that's my mistake that I did, and I hope you don't do that. And I guess one of the biggest mistakes, the last mistake, I made a lot of mistakes, but I can't seem to be remembering them all. But the biggest one that I have is that I am embarrassed about network marketing. So my background is accounting and computing, double degree. I work for JP Morgan and I work for PricewaterhouseCoopers. I was proud of my profession, of what I used to do. And I hide behind all of New Skin's science and all of those technology and never really very honest about network marketing. But truthfully, what we are selling is the benefit of network marketing. The product, the technology is there, is to support us. But what we are really selling is the network marketing. Because network marketing is the one which is going to give us the freedom, which is going to give us the time freedom and the financial freedom. Of course, a good company with a good technology and product is going to help a lot. But then again, if you are never comfortable, if you cannot be peaceful with yourself, that you are in a network marketing business, then you may always be stuck in where you are today. So you gotta just have to say to yourself, hey, this is network marketing. I am in the business of, in the industry of network marketing, But I work with the best company. I work with the best people, with the best team, under the best leadership, and I have the best intention. Now, if you have the best intention, meaning that I'm offering the best that I know. I'm offering the best that I think is going to be good for you. If you have the best intention. So, sincere. And when people reject you, it's okay. Because you never meant to cheat them anyway. If you meant to do good to someone and they say, no, I don't need your help, it's okay. Just go next. So if you can avoid at least making those 3 mistakes, I think you will do faster in terms of doing your business. You gotta grow up. You gotta be peaceful. That you know that you are in network marketing, and never judge people. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anybody here is still in conflict with network marketing? If you want to be honest, anybody? Are you all happy?
Yes.
Happy with network marketing?
Wow.
No.
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 Yes, no.
One honest person. Happy with selling?
No.
Happy saying recruiting people? You recruit. So your job is recruit.
You love it?
See? So some love it. No. Just have an honest here. Who here still not happy with selling? Who's not happy with being a leader? It's like, it's not me. Anybody? If you want to be honest, everybody happy with being a leader? Okay.
Who doesn't like working with people?
So the purpose of this is there are ways and techniques to help you to be more comfortable. So talk to your leaders, find out, okay, because it's just terminology. Like I was not comfortable with network marketing, but if you can change how you feel about that, success is going to come much faster. If you're not happy with selling, now selling is not all we do, but do we have to sell in this business? Are you sure? Do we have to sell in this business?
Not really. We don't.
Yes? No? Yes? No?
Yes.
The first 5 years, I was battling with myself. I pretend using, what Ronny said, cover. Oh, I'm a consultant. I don't like sales. It's not me. I'm an accountant. I'm a professional. But at the end of the day, can I tell you a little secret, my friends?
Yeah.
You want to know secret?
Yes.
You want to know secret?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
This is $1 million secret.
Whoa. Yeah,
Who here have kids? Almost everybody, right? Almost everybody, except one not married. You will have kids, right? If you have kids, you are already in sales. Everybody here in the room and everybody watching on the internet, you are in sales. And if you don't know that you are in sales, that's why you are not so good at it, because you won't admit you are in sales. And you're not selling the products. It's not new skin products that you're selling. But everybody is in sales. Either you're selling product, selling business, selling idea, selling yourself, selling your leader, selling my husband, selling idea. If you're a parent and then you're telling your kids why they should eat their vegetables, yes? Why they must brush their teeth. If you're not a good salesperson, that's why your children don't have good teeth. And that's why they don't eat their vegetables. Yes? So if your kids are eating vegetables and washing their teeth and packing their bags for school tomorrow, that's why you are a good salesperson, because you're selling to your kids the idea why they must brush their teeth. So everybody is in sales, whether you like it or not. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Who here is married with spouse? If you are selling, if you are not good in selling to your partner, why the next holiday, why we should go to San Diego for training? If I'm not good in selling, my husband will not agree to come to San Diego with me. If you're not good in selling to your partner where you should go for your next holiday, that's why you don't get the destination of your holiday. You get your husband's destination of the holiday. Do you understand with me? Yes. So everybody's in sales. You're selling yourself. When you go apply for a job, did you have to sell yourself?
Yes.
When you write your CV, you have to sell yourself. When you go for an interview, you have to sell yourself. If you don't get the job that you want because you're not good in selling yourself. When you are recruiting in new skin business, do you have to sell yourself? You have to sell the company, you have to sell the product, you have to sell the business idea, you have to sell the idea why passive income, leverage income is so valuable. That it's not enough just to have money, but to have money and time together is so valuable. Okay? So who here already believe that time and money is valuable? Can you sell that to your prospect and to your downline?
Yes.
Because if your downline and your team do not believe you, it's because you have not sold the idea with them to them that having time freedom and financial freedom is valuable. Okay? So everybody's in sales. If you do not know you are in sales and you cannot acknowledge that, accept that, okay, I am in sales. You know, and so you cannot improve. If you denial, you cannot improve. It's better to accept and realize that, okay, it's not about new skin or not new skin. If I want to be a better mom, I have to be a better salesperson. If I want to be a better wife, I have to be a better salesperson. If I want to better my work, I have to be a better salesperson. In life, we're going to need selling skills. So the faster we can accept, the faster we can, okay, I'm sucked at it. I'm really bad. And then I realize I'm really, really bad. But then accepting, acknowledging that I am in sales and I'm really, really bad, then I can improve. It's okay because I can improve. I can improve. And that's what I did. I learned, and I become good. You know, so anything we learn, first you become bad, and then you become better, and then you're okay, and then you're good, and then and then you're really good, and then you become the best. You know. But if you keep denial, like we did, I think, oh, I'm a professional, not network marketing, I'm not in sales, I'm a business owner, I'm not in sales, I'm not in sales. But actually, when we took up the mask and said, okay, we accept, this is network marketing, this is business, this is our life, this is the way we're gonna get our financial freedom. Okay, how do I improve? How do I get better? What can I learn? What can I do? Does it make sense? Yes?
Yes.
So, who here are in sales?
We are.
Yay! I want everybody hands up. Yay! So once you accept, the faster you can accept, the faster we can improve and get better. Question.
Someone asked us before, I think there was Mr. Trump, what is the value of mindset in this business? Can anyone help answering that? What is the value of mindset in this business? Is it important? If it's important, then why is it important?
Why is it important? Is it important and why is it important?
Mindset.
Mindset thì rất là quan trọng bởi vì mình quyết định làm hay không làm, mình quyết định đi ra khỏi nhà hay không là do cái đầu mình suy nghĩ, chứ không phải là người khác đó từ chối mình, mà là do bản thân mình tiếp tục làm công việc full skin hay là không, là do cái mindset nó quyết định. Hoặc là mình nói là mình sẽ đạt được cái chức vụ nào đó trong cái khoảng thời gian nào đó, ví dụ như 6 tháng mình phải lên được là Ruby đi, thì vẫn là phải cần đến cái mindset của mình. Khi mình có một cái mindset vững thì mình đã đạt được sự thành
It's the future blue diamond.
Okay, this is Kathy. So basically what Kathy is saying is that the bottom line is when she said it's up to her. You know, if she wants to achieve a certain level in the company, it is up to her to decide. So be open-minded. You know, essentially that's what she's saying.
Okay, great. Can we give her a hat?
Anybody else? What is the value of mindset? Why is it important? Because once you understand this, then you will understand that the business, you can focus yourself on to doing this activity that can help you to become a better person in terms of doing the business. One more person. What is the value of mindset? Why is it important?
Yeah.
Hello, hi everybody. Yeah, for me, mindset is the most important because as I know that, for every business, the mindset, skill, and knowledge is important. But the mindset is the most important. It's like 80%. The skill and the knowledge is only 10% because we can learn from here. We can learn from others. We can learn from leaders. But the mindset is because you, what you want to be, what you want in the future, what you want for your kids, what you want for your family. Yeah, that is what your goal and what you want to achieve your goal and when. And the success is the most important for you or not. It's about you. It's not about the people around you. It's not about husband, wife, or not about your friend, upline or downline. It's about about you and how much you want to be, how success you want to be. Yeah, and how you want the person you want to be, and how you want to help other people, and what you want for your kid in the future, what you want for your family is not about your small family, the small family, your big family, your parents, your sister, brother, in the far away. Yeah, it's for me is mindset is the most important. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Okay. Now I noticed that not many people are taking notes, and I can guarantee you, the one who do not take notes, you will forget. I mean, we are all busy. I mean, the next morning you got to do your errands, you got to take your kids to school, you got to cook, you got to work. You will forget most of the things that you learned tonight unless you take notes. Okay. Now, the value of you are both correct, but in a simplest form, the value of mindset is that people become what they think most of the time. I repeat, you become what you think about most of the time. When you think fear, when you think doubt, when you're an angry person, if you are always feeling sorry about yourself, then you become that kind of person. Meaning that you gotta understand that on a daily basis, what is your dominant thought? If your dominant thought is that, okay, I will be successful. If your dominant thought is that, okay, I know that I will work hard, but I will be successful. If your dominant thought is that, I know that I will have to pay the price, but I will be successful. If your dominant thought is that, I know it's not easy, with this such a limited time, limited money, limited resources, but I will be successful. If your dominant thought is success, then you will be successful.
Yes.
But please realize that on a daily basis, you have doubt in your heart. Is that right?
Yes.
Because if you do not have doubt, you will become so successful so fast that you will become a phenomenal success. But because of your doubt that you put into your heart, then it delays you. It slows you down. And sometimes that delays, some people do one of these three things. Either you blame people, you make excuses, or you make justification. You become what you think about most of the time. So the value of mindset is that once you become a better person, you become a better husband, you become a better wife, you become a better child, you become a better upline, you become a better downline, you become a better business person, because what you focus on your mind is all the good thing that you want to achieve. Doubt will only delay you, and whatever negative normally gets amplified so much bigger, so much faster. Your downline can feel it, your prospect can feel it, your customer can feel it. And the worst thing is that it repels a lot of good things in your life. You become what you think about most of the time. So if you understand this concept, then you gotta start thinking, okay, so what is influencing what I think about most of the time? There's this book called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. I hope you can find the book and read it. The book asks the question, if there was a garden with a fertile soil, if you don't do anything with the soil, what will grow on it? The answer is wheat. Wheat will grow on fertile soil. If your mind is a fertile soil, and if you don't do nothing with it, meaning that you don't read good stuff, you don't listen to good stuff, you don't use it for good stuff, wheat will grow on your mind. That's why you become thoughtful. That's why you become angry. That's why you blame other people. That's why you make excuses. That's why you make justification. So, do you see that how important is your mind? How important it is that on a daily basis, you build yourself up in a way that you don't allow weed to occupy your mind. Just never think that by doing nothing, nothing will ever grow. No. By doing nothing, negativity will set in your mind. Yeah.
All right, let's have some questions. Okay, questions. What questions do you have for us? Yes.
So you say that you're in a business, traditional business, then you fail with the depth that you have within yourself, right? Like for a few years, how you carry on, like the mindset, how do you fight the battle?
That's a very good question. Very good question.
Right.
So, come on, you answer that.
Kamu pernah bisnis dan gagal, apa yang bikin apanya itu susah banget? Gimana cara kamu bangun dirimu sendiri?
When
So, so the question is, let me clarify. We've done business and we failed miserably in our first business. So the question was, how did we overcome it?
At the same time, succeeding in the business of music.
Oh, it's not same time. It's take time.
Yeah, it takes time.
But it takes time. But like he will explain because it's not easy for us.
Well, if you have nothing left, I mean, we after working in New Zealand for PricewaterhouseCoopers, we lost a lot of money. We came back to Jakarta. We live in our parents' house, use their car. The car needs petrol. Of course, we need to ask for money for petrol. Electricity, they pay for electricity. So it was like, it's not good. It's not good. Well, if you don't have anything in your life, if you don't have your dignity, if you don't have your money, if you don't, if you have, even if you don't have, no, if you don't have hope in your life, one thing that I know is going to work is that never give up on your dream. Never give up on your dream, because that dreams will pull you up. So, I mean, Tony Robbins said that people are never really lack of resources, meaning that it's not true that you don't have that many contacts. It's not true that you don't have the time. It's not true that you don't have the capability. But people are always, most of the time, lack of being resourceful. They lack being resourcefulness. It's not about the resources that people don't have, but they are not resourcefulness. They are not resourceful enough. Because finally, when we return to Jakarta, we don't have any contacts, zero contacts. All our relatives, they know Nu Skin, they don't trust us. The company wasn't there, so we cannot prospect our family. So what do? We have to be resourceful. We don't have the resources, but we just have to be resourceful. So if you say that, I mean, when I was here like 4 years ago, and I thought, wow, America's so big, California's so big. How do you people do the business here? It is so difficult. And if I was to do in Jakarta, I know the city. I know that I can easily make contacts just like that. But I was being resourceful in Jakarta, but I wasn't being resourceful here in LA. But why? Because I focus on the different things. I focus on the things that I don't know, instead of trying to find, okay, how can I be more resourceful? Remember, yeah, it's not about the lack of time, not about the lack of money, not about the lack of skill, but always about the lack of being resourceful.
So do you want to know how to be more resourceful?
Yes.
Do you agree what Ronnie said? That
Yes.
It's not that actually we don't have enough time, we don't have enough money, we don't have enough contacts. It's because we are not resourceful enough to find the contacts, to find the time, to find the money. Do you agree?
Yes.
Then the next question should be, how can you be more resourceful? Okay, how? How can you be more resourceful? Upline? If upline have also no resourceful, how can you be more resourceful? Do you want to learn how to be more resourceful?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all in your state. So everybody sit upright. Sit upright. Shoulders back. In fact, everybody stand up. Everybody stand. You stand. How do you stand if you are already a blue diamond? Imagine you're already a blue diamond. You already achieved your goals. How would you stand if you're a blue diamond? How would your face look like if you are a team elite?
Smile.
Beautiful smile. Okay? Where do you feel your shoulder if you are a millionaire? Is it like this? Or is it like this? Like this, right? Do you feel more confident?
Yes.
Okay. How would you walk? How would you move? Imagine you're in the big stage. You're giving sharing to 1,000 people. And you're already a team elite. You're a millionaire. Just imagine. Can you imagine? Stage, you're talking in Provo, Utah. You're the one who's giving sharing. You're sitting here like Ronny and Lanny. You're sharing about your story and your struggle and your journey. How would you look? How would you stand? How would you move your body? Move a bit, move a bit. Move around. How would you move? How would you use your hands? How would you smile? Okay? Now, in this stage, do you feel different from where you were 5 minutes ago? Because if you sit like this is so hard, this is so hard, this is so hard, this is so hard. You will not be resourceful. Do you understand what I'm saying? first is your body. If you move your body in a different way, you will feel a different way. Okay? In this state, with big smile, everybody have a big smile? Just look at each other. Show your beautiful smile. Beautiful smile. Come on, show each other's teeth. Show your AB24 teeth. Okay? Can you be stressed about your business? Can you be depressed if you look like this? You literally, physically, it's not possible to be depressed if you are like this. Okay? So you have to understand, changing is just that fast. You change your body, you change your physical body, you just stand straight. You remember this, okay? You stand straight, center, shoulders back, smile, AP24 smile. Okay? And breathe. Make sure you breathe. And you breathe. Sometimes people forgot to breathe. That's why you're stressed. I'm serious. If you forgot to breathe, you are stressed. Chemically in your brain, you're stressed. Okay? So if you're in the state and you meet people, say, hi, Rich, how are you? Okay? Good, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? You're gonna feel different. If you go coaching with your upline and say, okay, I want to go coaching, I want to set my goals. You're not going to start with, oh, the business is so hard. What's my goal? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? I also don't know. Okay? But if you're, I'm serious, whether you're prospecting, whether you're giving a presentation, whether you are coaching and you're setting goals, if you change the way you carry your body, you suddenly become more resourceful. If I ask you now, like, do you know what you want from your skin? It's likely you're going to come out with the answer. If I ask you, okay, who do you know? You hear Ronnie's telling the story. It's not about people you know, but they might know people who might know people who might know people, right? And then you might know people who know people who might know people who might be your blue diamond, right? Do you know people who might know someone that can be good for the business? Yes. Okay? You are more likely to be able to go and take action. So being resourceful is not that difficult. Just have to change your physical body. Just don't forget to smile. Don't forget to stand. Don't forget to be excited. This is how I become Blue Diamond in 8 months. I did not know what I was doing. It's not skills. It's not knowledge, okay? I did not understand everything. I didn't even understand marketing plan, but I was just excited. Excited. So the energy is what makes me resourceful. I meet someone in the lobby hotel and just talk, and then that person come to the meeting, and then that person bring another person, and that become my power line. You know, and that kind of resourceful. You suddenly have guts to do things that you would not otherwise have. Okay? Yes. All right, so smile and sit down. Okay. So remember that tomorrow morning when you wake up. And so before you meet anybody, smile, shoulders back, you know, be excited first. Imagine you're already a Blue Diamond and team lead, and you already achieved your goals. Then it's easier to be resourceful. It's easier to overcome whatever it is you need to do, okay? It's actually a lot more training that, but if you understand, it's just as simple as changing your physical body. Did that answer your question? Actually, it says being resourceful.
Yes, another one. When you say there's a theory that you fake it until you make it. Do you believe in that?
No.
No, right? Okay.
Well, depends. That statement have misinterpretation.
Okay.
But if you interpret it in a way that, you know, that's a theory behind visualization, is that, you know, like what I just asked you to do, imagine if you're already achieving your goals.
Right.
So as you imagine it, you believe it, you mimic the physical body, and then you believe it. When you believe it, that's when you're likely to take the action, and then it happens. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what it means, fake it till you make it. But it's not faking it in a way that you lie or you pretend or you're self-deceived even, you know. So it just depends how you interpret it.
So the faking it until you make it is, do you know, have you read the book called The Think and Grow Rich?
Yes.
Or even Alan Naga was teaching a lot of us about the definite purpose statement.
Right.
So in the auto suggestion was saying that imagine yourself to become the kind of person that you want to become. So some people say it's about faking it until you make it. No, but then again, can you imagine if you get rejection?
Right.
What would undo? What would your upline $1 million circle do in the face of rejection?
Oh, so that's like I read before when the President Roosevelt was thinking hard, like, what should I do? So he looked up Abraham Lincoln. Like, if
What
I
would
were
he
him,
do?
What would he do?
Yes.
So it's like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that, yeah, well, one thing so true about it is that it is teaching us not to quit.
Right.
There will always be a way out of the situation that you're facing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, next question.
My question is, hi everybody. What do you do to train your mindset better and better every day?
Very good question. Give her a hand. What do you do to train your mindset every day to get stronger and stronger?
Can anyone answer that? What can you do to train your mindset stronger, better every day?
Think positive. Always think positive.
Think positive? Okay.
Think
Don't
positive.
read news.
It's easy for you because you're always positive. Okay. You always smile most of the time. Very good. Very good. And someone else?
Don't read news.
Don't read news.
Don't read news.
Don't read news. Okay. Okay.
Read books.
Read more books. Okay. That's very good.
Don't stick around with negative people.
So true. So true.
Every day, right?
Call depending if your up and is positive.
Positive online.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
Ask yourself why you start.
Ask yourself why you start. Okay. That can work.
Use your family as a way to motivate and make you be a better person.
Okay. Okay.
Think about your actual dream.
Okay. Think about the dream.
Think about your dreams.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody there?
Eat and sleep healthy.
Okay. I'll go with the eating. Yeah.
I'll go with the sleeping. Yeah.
Look at my son every day.
Look at your son.
yourself every day.
Son.
Your son every day. Yeah. Okay. What else?
Read the Millionaire Mind.
Read
Read the book called The Millionaire Mind.
Yeah.
Millionaire.
The Law of Attraction.
Yeah. So you already know the answer. So all of you actually know the answer to the question that you asked. You just haven't trusted yourself enough that you know the answer. Right? So that's what I mean by if all of us are resourceful enough, there's answer within ourselves. When you can't think of the answer, you think you're stuck, it's because you're just being unresourceful. Like, this is hard, this is hard, this is hard. How do I become positive? Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to be positive because your body is not positive, because you're not doing all those things. But when you change that and you are in the resourceful state, everybody knows the answer. So say this with me. All I need is within me now.
All I need is within me now.
Say it again. All I need is within me now. One more time.
All I need is within me now.
One more time.
All I need is within me now.
One more time.
All I need is within me now.
Do you believe it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. If you say it, you do. Those that did not say it, you don't. So as you say it, you believe it. Because truly, everything that you need to be successful to achieve your dreams is already within you. You just haven't trusted yourself yet that you actually have it in you to do whatever. Just before the session start, I shared with a couple of leaders that came in earlier. I said that there's no difference between us and every single one of you here. The only difference that we started earlier. I started 12 years earlier than you and did not stop. If you continue doing what you're doing for the next 12 years, you'll also be where we are today. We work with the same company, same product, same opportunity, same marketing plan. The only advantage that we have is we already started before you. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So all you need is within you. You know the answer.
Who said that to have a stronger mind, you gotta read books?
Who said or believe?
Okay. Do you do that every day?
Yes, we do.
Every day? Do you have a stronger mindset?
Yes, we do.
You do? Okay, good. And who else think that if the people who read good positive book on a daily basis have a stronger mindset, that you can do what they do and you can get what they get?
Yes, I believe it. Yes, I do believe it.
But what is the biggest problem with knowing?
Knowing, you have to take an action. If you only know without action, it doesn't work.
Yeah. The biggest thing with knowing is about doing.
Do it, take an action.
Yeah, consistently.
You have it.
Yeah. So the biggest secret in success in new skin or in life or in any kind of sport is not about knowing.
Just do it.
It's not about the knowledge, but applying what you know on a daily, consistent basis. Meaning that you have to create the habits. So the quickest answer to that is you got to build the habits of building a stronger mindset. Whether that's looking at your son, building the dream every day, visualizing, reading book, attending event, calling up your upline. So if you do that as a habit, then you will build a stronger mindset. Of course, the physiology, the state is very important. People who exercise combined with this habit of strengthening the mind, if you exercise, you most of the time, most likely you will become more positive. People who tend to gain weight, normally they will find themselves easily feels down just because of the physiology. So if you want to build a business, make sure you exercise on a regular basis. Exercise doesn't mean that you have to exercise 2 hours with all sweat and with all the pain that you inflict on yourself. It doesn't have to be like that. Exercise can be as short as 10-20 minutes or even 4 minutes if you can do Tabata, or you do it every day. That will change your state, which is going to support the way you build your mind by reading and putting in all the positive stuff. It all correlates. It all connects. You gotta do it all at the same time. Yeah.
All right, last question. Who have last question? What questions do you have? We're only here for the night. Yeah. Please.
You know, I think everybody here has a mindset. Their mindset is to be successful. A mindset to be a team leader, for example.
Yeah.
But the question is that along the line, there's always something negative.
Yeah.
Always something to destroy your mindset.
Yeah.
And the question is, how do you overcome that? I mean, I think we have a hard time overcoming the negativity because you want to maintain your mindset to be successful.
Yeah.
But if somebody say, oh, new skin is a fake and you cannot do this, blah, 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 every little thing kind of destroy your mindset day by day.
Yeah.
And some people who's weak enough, then they will give up and say, hey, I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah.
And so how do you train yourself? You say, there's read books, but you have to do it. But when you do it, you got rejection, there you go, the negativity. And so your mindset starts to be destroyed little by little. So how do you do on your part to overcome all that, to reach or to make it firm on your mindset?
Zig Ziglar once said that there is no one successful people who are normal. The normal people, they'll read books, they try to be positive. It's different. You gotta make the differentiation between trying to be positive, trying to be consistent by reading books, trying to be successful, and building a strong habit. That's very different. If you have if you build a strong habit, sure there will be negativity that will set you back, but the habits that build you up will be stronger than the negativity. But I would say that the environment is very important. Environment like this. I would say a third-party validation is very important. That's why you need to go to Provo once a month to listen to the success story of other people. Sometimes you need to see, sometimes you need to hear, sometimes you just need to feel it in your body by being present there, because the negativity always comes. It's about, remember that you gotta know you cannot avoid negativity. You can't, but you can prepare yourself better. You can prepare your team better. And second thing is about self-talk. Do you know that you talk to yourself most of the time? Yeah. More than you talk to other people? So if you have the habit of doing this self-talk, that sometimes people say, hey, you're being delusional. But you are delusional because you are voluntarily brainwash yourself. So that instead of letting other people brainwash you with their mind, with their opinion, you brainwash yourself with your own opinion. When they say that leadership is influence, it's about whether when I meet this new person, whether I let him influence me or I let myself influence him. So, I have a 15-year-old daughter. She goes to the best school, and you know, with the problem with those expensive schools is that there are rich people, kids there, and they are not always good kids. And I remind her that, hey, her name is Tasha. Tasha, I'm not saying that you should avoid those friends who are not good, but then in life, it will be one of these two things going to happen to you. Either you let them influence you with their habits, with their thoughts, with whatever they do, or you influence them with your thought, with your mind, with your habits. So it's about whom you. If someone allows other people's opinion dictates their life, then maybe the leadership is still not that strong enough. Maybe the habit is not that strong enough. Maybe that person needs recharge, need to call the upline, need to recall the dreams that they have.
Calibration.
Yeah. Just remember, you cannot avoid the negativity, but you can always prepare yourself better. Remember that. That's why this whole thing about personal development is about building yourself up. In a way, you become a better person, a better leader. So how do you build that? You build that on a daily basis. You can't just do that every month. You do it every day. Every day. The self-talk that you have, that you do, is almost constant every day. The negativity from the news, from your friends, from sometimes even worse from the family, it happens every day. The self-talk just happens like every day. I mean, unless you control and discipline your mind, then you're gone. You're gonna lose. Yeah. Some people may find it a bit more difficult to do all this, but sometimes some people just do it easily. Yeah.
Can I add a little bit? Who here plays sports? Anybody play sports? Who plays sports? Okay. Business is a mental sports. Business is a mental, emotional sports. So who feel that doing this business sometimes you get the emotional roller coaster that you mentioned? Yes? So it's like you look at this, like I want to be a business owner. I have to train my emotion, the discipline of training your emotion. Okay? Looking at it like a mental sports. So every day we are training ourselves to be stronger and stronger up here. Right? So Ronnie mentioned that you build a stronger body, it will help to build a stronger mind. But it helps, supports. But the discipline is here. How do you discipline yourself? How do you discipline your disappointment? Is how you build a positive character. You know, so it's so, you know, how do you we talk a lot about capacity. Leadership is about capacity. Have you heard of that? How big is your capacity? So somebody asked me once, what is your definition of capacity? Because if your leadership capacity is this cup, and I put water here, once the water is full, it will overflow. Correct? Yes. And you put more water and more water and more water, and it will overflow. You want to make more money, you want to have a bigger business, you will have to change the cup to a bigger cup. If you change your cup to be bigger and you have a bigger capacity, I can have a bigger business and a higher income. Does it make sense? Yes. So in our business, what is capacity? Your capacity as a leader is how much can you handle a problem. If one person opinion, one rejection makes you collapse, maybe your cup is still a little cup. And you need to do training, train your muscle, your mental muscle, your mental emotional muscle to get stronger. If you get stronger, you have a bigger cup, you have a bigger capacity. You know, if your children is sick, is that going to stop you from doing the business? If you're tired after work, are you going, you know, so what your capacity determines how much problem can you handle. The bigger leader, because they handle bigger problem. And that is a result of a daily discipline, mentally disciplining your mind. It's just a mental sport. Business is a mental sport. So we just start where you are and just get better every day. Okay? Like Ronnie said, I feel that I'm the turtle. I'm not the rabbit that runs very fast. I'm the turtle that crawls. That really crawls. I struggle to become an executive. And then I become an executive in 3 months, which is the minimum, right? The maximum. And then I become an executive and I struggle to become an executive. 2000.01. Yeah, that's every month. Okay. You know when you got 2000.01, it means you know. Yeah, I struggle every month. And like this, I feel like I'm dying every month. Like I'm dead every month. You know, I struggle, but I have a mental discipline. If I can train myself today, I am just 1% better than yesterday, I'm already better. Then 1 year, I'll be 365% better than last year. And so, you know, when I start, my upline, before they quit, my upline become Ruby in 4 months. And at that time, it was legends. You know, you become Ruby in 4 months, you're a legend. First commission check was $4,000. Like, wow, you make $4,000. Me, $2,000. And I buy my volume at that time, you know. So I struggle a lot, but they quit. They're the rabbit that always jump around so fast, but do not have the vision. I'm a turtle that crawl and crawl and crawl, but I train my muscle. I train my muscle every day. I'm getting stronger and stronger. Every day, I'm getting better and better. Every day, every rejection, yes. So every rejection is like, yes. One more curl. One more push up. One more, you know, start, you know, whatever. Exercise. So every day, I'm getting stronger. Every rejection, I'm getting stronger. Every day. And you know what? 12 years, here's my life. And sometimes I look back at my journey. I thought, oh my God, how did I do that? It's no magic. It's no magic. Just consistent habits every day.
But of course, you don't train yourself and then prospect later, 3 months later.
Okay, every day. Okay.
I mean, you do it as you go along. I mean, You do your daily prospecting, you do your daily posting, whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
You don't wait until you are strong and then, because the only way to build stronger is to you make
Do more.
obstacles
Yeah.
in what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's like you have to retrain yourself. I'm not a fail. There's no failure. There's only winners or learners. Either I'm winning or I'm learning. Winning or learning. Learning, 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 learning. Winning. Learning, 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 learning. So every day you train yourself. I'm learning, I'm growing every day. So the more you practice you do it, the faster, the better you're gonna get. Does it make sense?
Yes.
There's no secret success. Not in New Skin, not anywhere else. The same. It's the same path. You wanna achieve success, New Skin is already the fastest way to get there. But we need to learn to be a better driver. And the only way is discipline. It's only the discipline, the pain of discipline, or the pain of regrets if you don't do it. And the pain of discipline is a little bit, okay? You exercise, and then your body gets sore, right? But then you do exercise again, and your body gets sore. But then you do it again, you do it again, you do it again, you get stronger. That's exactly the business. Okay?
So before we close this sharing tonight, can you spend about 3 minutes writing 3 things that you have learned and how is it going to change the way you do your daily business?
If you don't have notes, pull out your phone.
Yeah.
Now, pull out your phone and just write it
3
down.
things that you learn and how this new understanding is going to change the way that you do your daily activity or your business. Use your phone, use your, yeah.
Everybody learn something, yeah, today?
Yes.
Maybe you'll make the decision that you will not judge people. Maybe you make maybe you make a new decision that you start reading a book 50 minutes a day. Maybe you'll make the decision to be attending to what do you call that? Regional. That monthly thing in Provo. I don't know. What are the new 3 things that you will do as a result of your new learnings today? Maybe you will start exercising.
So what did you learn and what are you going to do? That's the next step.
Now, if you have those 3 things, can you please text your upline? So that you can be held accountable of the new things that you say that you're going to do.
This is what I learned, and this is what I'm going to do.
Okay, everybody got that?
Yes.
Everybody learned something tonight?
Yes.
Okay, well, I sincerely hope everybody learned something, but more than learning, take action of what you learned, okay? Thank you so much for having us. I'll give it back to the leader and the MC in the house. Thank you so much.
That's one of the very good, training today, And actually, I learned 3 things from today also. So somebody learned more than 3 things today? Of course, right? We learned a lot from the big heart with the team lead. You know, we are so happy and so lucky for our region to have you guys here. And firstly, we thank you very much for team lead An Nguyen with the contact with Ronny and Lanny about the training today. And so, thank you very much. And we wish, you know, that almost a leader come over here. They spend about 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh.
But I know that you are coming here for vacation and you spend a lot of time with us. We are from our bottom of our heart. Thank you very much of you. And you guys please, we are stand up with the Vietnamese new skin culture. We are, you know, do the thank you with the Ronny and Lanny, okay? Are you ready? Yes. Are you happy today? Yes. Okay, so from bottom of our heart, you know, we thank you. Okay? Yeah. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. We like to say thank you with the clap, with the hug, with the kiss. We like to say thank you. Actually, we hope you can stay, you know, with us about more and more. Okay. You know, but we you know that our time is very important. You know. So, you know, very happy. Yeah. We'd like to take a picture with all of us before we go. Okay.
Okay.
So, stay over there. Yeah. Go back over here. Right here. The video over here.